What's happening, guys? Joe Clem 15 coming at you again. Just got done watching the Victor Ortiz Ortiz-Berto fight. Very exciting fight. Candidate for fight of the year. Um, the fight kind of went the way I expected it to go. My prediction was Berto by middle round stoppage. Um, Ortiz won by a competitive unanimous decision. I think there was something like 4 or 5 knockdowns in the fight. Like I said in my prediction, this one was a toss-up. Uh, quite frankly, I said that Andre Berto's right hand was going to drop Ortiz in the middle of the fight. Uh, what I did not think was going to happen was that Ortiz was going to get up. Um, the goatee said it all, man. The goatee said it all. Victor Ortiz is a man now. He's not that. He's not that post-teenager young man that we saw in the Maidana fight. He's grown since then. He's mentally sharper. He's more hungry, um, and his heart. He's got the heart of a true Mexican now. I did not expect. I expect. Once I thought Berto, throughout the fight, Berto was landing the right hand like I thought he would because, like I said, Victor is vulnerable to right hands. Um, I thought that Berto was gonna land a very solid one and knock him down and then get the TKO because I didn't. It looked very reminiscent when Berto dropped Ortiz with that right hand in the middle in the sixth round. Uh, Ortiz got up, he was in trouble, got hit with a couple more rights. He's on the ropes, backing up, running, and it was almost like he was having flashbacks, like Maidana loading up, getting ready to hit him with that right hand. But Ortiz, man, the heart, the courage. He said, "Fuck that." Gave him 2 great left hooks. The first one really put him out on his feet. Second one dropped him. Oh man, that was wonderful. That was you could see him grow up. You could see him grow up in that fight, or see how much he has grown up since that Maidana fight because he was put in the very same predicament. Right hand was being dialed in, hurt him really badly. He was in trouble, but this time he answered to adversity, and I love to see that. I love to see that. Um, yeah, I mean this one, it was hard to predict this fight. I expected Victor to be winning the fight up until he got knocked out, but shit, he overcame it. Um, and eventually, he showed that he is a better, more skillful fighter. Like I said, somebody said, Victor's not as skillful. I think he is more skillful than Berto. Berto is just very, very athletic. Ortiz is athletic too, but uh, Ortiz is more. He catches on fundamentally like De La Hoya does. Victor's punching technique is perfect. Very short, compact punches. Um, Very fundamentally sound when it comes to punching. Not so much defense, but uh, but definitely when it comes to the art of punching. The uppercut, the right hook, the left hand. Now he just needs to work on knocking people out with body shots. Andre Berto, he just thrives off of hand speed and athleticism and instinct. He probably plays a variety of sports, but his fundamentals, if he wasn't so athletic, he would get his ass whooped um, more often. But man, that was a great fight. Um, Now at this point, where does Ortiz come from here? It's very interesting. There's been talks, nothing confirmed technically, but Mayweather's supposed to be coming back this summer to find a tune-up fight for for Manny or for Sergio Martinez. The leading candidate is Paul Spadafora. Why? Because he's left-handed, and Floyd's potential opponents for November are going to either be Manny, who's left-handed, or Sergio, who's left-handed. And so Paul Spadafora was a leading candidate or one of the leading candidates for a tune-up fight this summer. But you have to wonder why, Mayweather might be checking out the action between Ortiz and Berto, because maybe now Ortiz is a potential tune-up fight uh, for Manny or Sergio in the fall. Shit, I don't even know if you can call it a tune-up, because that's not fair. That's not really fair to Vicious Victor's credit to be called a tune-up. Like, that's not cool. Um, since they're both with Golden Boy, the negotiations wouldn't be too hard to put that together. The only thing really standing in the way is if, uh, is if they want Victor to be put in there with Mayweather now, if they want to milk more money out of him while he's champion, build him up more. I don't know if they'd want to put him in there with a Mayweather yet, you know. But I'd say they should, Fuck it, why not? The fight would do really well. Um, you know, very impressive. It's very impressive how, man, I really wish. This is what people don't understand, man. Back in the old days, you used to go from the lightweight division to the welterweight division. There was no junior welterweight division. All these junior welterweights you see, they should be fighting welterweights. They should just combine the weight classes. I hate that shit. Khan, Maidana, Judah, Mayweather, Manny, Hatton, um, they all need to be just thrown into one weight class so that they can all compete. You know, the size matters, but then again, it doesn't really matter. Um, back in the day, you used to have people coming in weighing 10 and 15 pounds more. You know, yeah, it happens. You know, I wish they could do that more often now and just combine these, junior and super divisions. Uh, I'm very impressed in how well Victor was able to put on weight very effectively. He was lean. Um, he was a very big junior welterweight, uh, but he looks very, very good, very good. I expected him to be. See, I've always known that he was a super full-fledged junior welterweight, but I figured he'd be coming in at like 150, two at welterweight, but 161, that's really good for him to be, and he can make that weight fairly easily at welterweight, and he comes in that big and that lean and not slow and nice and lean like that. That's perfect. That's perfect for that weight class. Now, who does he fight next? Like I said, I think him and Mayweather should get down, but if not, then you know Manny and Shane are fighting. So who else is there in the division? Maybe a Collazo, but that's the only person in the division, really. I mean, who else is there? You know, but yeah, that was really it was fun to see, man. There's certain things you can see so much potential uh, in Victor. There's still things I want him to learn, like uh, to not be so susceptible to right hands. If he really corrected that, it would make him so much more hard to beat, you know. And I wish he would go to the body more. He actually was flirting with the straight left hand. Yeah, straight left hand to the body, which was good. But I want to see more of it, more body punching from Ortiz. A lot of times when he had Bird on the ropes, I was like, man, if you just give him some right hooks to the body, he'll drop his hands. But he still goes for the head a little bit too much. Needs to go to the body more. Andre Berto, where does he go from here? Well, he's probably gonna have to uh, he's probably gonna have to fight Mosley after Mosley fights Pacquiao to get himself. He has to climb back on top to get a title. Um, I think he can definitely do it because there's only really four top dogs in that welterweight division. Um, Personally, I think it's very possible that Andre Berto can move up to 154 and be successful there, fight some top dogs, and try to get a fight with maybe uh, Canelo or Cotto, who is also vulnerable to right hands. Um, and that would be a very explosive fight. And and also, man, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch of this fight because when it comes to toss-up fights like this, look, like I said, Victor Ortiz is better than Ortiz-Berto. But if these two were to fight like 5 to 10 times, Victor wouldn't outpoint him all 10 times. I think there's going to be times when Victor would knock him out, Berto would knock him out, uh, Ortiz, will get him by points. If it goes a distance, it'd be hard for Berto to get him on points because Ortiz is just a superior boxer. But you know, there, when those two fight, there are several outcomes to that fight. Um, but with the outcome that we saw today, Victor showed that he was definitely better. Um, uh, less flaws, more skills. Still flawed, but less flaws and more skill. Um, so like, yeah, that's all I pretty much have to say about it. Great fight, good for boxing. Um, Looking forward to the future of both these boxers. Oh, one more thing, just something I wanted to point out. You know, the commentators were kind of upset with the referee for taking a point off for hitting behind the head. That's bullshit. That shit is not cool at all. They need to. The referee made a the referee made a good decision by taking 1 point off. I don't care what you guys said. It might seem ticky tacky, but most of you guys haven't been hit in the back of the head like that when you box. That shit is way more effective than a regular punch. That shit is more vicious. Trust me, that shit hurts. That shit dizzies you so badly when somebody hits you right here in the medulla oblongata. Okay, it's not like a regular punch. It feels like somebody knees you in the back of the head, and it gives you a tremendous advantage because you get dizzy. So those rabbit punches, man, I know it seems ticky tacky, but there were some times in there where Ortiz did hit him in the back of the head, and he got warned several times. And that last one, when you saw it on slow mo, you see it in fast motion, it doesn't seem like that much. But when you see it in slow mo, when you see that little, it doesn't take much, man. I'm telling you, man. It's I'm telling you that spot right there, that shit hurts. But that's just my opinion. I'm just throwing that out there. But spar with somebody and you notice how they hit you here, you might take them. But the moment they hit you right there, that shit wake you up. Anyway, don't want to lecture you guys. Um, Man, boxing is really it's it's quenching my thirst right now. It's giving me my fix. I've been enjoying several good fights. You know, with all this Manny and Mayweather talk, they're not the sport of boxing, man. Boxing is the sport of boxing, and while people can try to downplay it, boxing in itself is just reviving itself. So much talent, uh, so many really good fights and sleepers from Friday night fights to these upsets. I'm loving it. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I'm loving it. I'm looking forward. This is good. I think this is going to be a really good year, man. It's going to be a good year, and just more and more talent pouring in, and uh, this is a good era, and I'm just just enjoying life with it, and enjoying the good fights, man. So much love to all the boxing channels and um, everybody who views the boxing community, I guess in general. Much love. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Joe Clem 15 signing out. Peace.